The settings menu in Moodle is extremely powerful. There's a lot of different things you can do there. So let me show you some of the things that are available. So if you go down to administration and click on settings, it will take you to this screen inside your course. One of the very first things you can do is you can change the name of your course if you'd like. You can also change the short name. You can write a summary of your course here. This is mainly for your information only. Other people don't really see this. The format. The format allows you to switch between a number of different formats in the course. The two most popular would be the topics format and the weekly format. So the topics format numbers everything 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. I'll switch this to weekly format so you'll see the difference when we go out. You can also change the number of weeks and topics. So if you were running a course that lasts 15 weeks, you can simply change that to 15 and you'll get 15 separate sections that you can enter information on. Your course start date, of course, is the date that the course starts. You can change that to any date you like. Just keep in mind that if you do change that to a future date, the course won't become available to your students until that date. Hidden sections, you can either have the hidden sections shown so that the sections are just showing, there's no information inside them, or you can have them hidden from student view. Number of news items to show, this is in your news forum that's on the upper right. You can choose how many items appear there. Show gradebook to students, yes or no. Show activity reports. These reports are especially useful for the teacher. If you click the little question mark right here, and you'll see this a lot of places inside Moodle, it actually gives you a little description of what that particular tool inside Moodle does. So you can see activity reports here. It gives you a description of what that does. So if you're ever unsure of what an option does in one of these menus, just click the question mark next to it and it'll pop something up for you. Maximum file upload size is set to 2 gigabytes. Meta course, you're always going to leave this set to no because we don't run meta courses, but if you want more information, you can read the help section right there. Enrollment plugins, you don't have to mess with. Default role, you don't have to mess with. Course enrollable, we'll leave that set to yes. Start date and end date, again, you don't really need to play with these unless you really want the course to be available and unavailable on a specific date. Enrollment duration, again, we're going to leave that set to unlimited. Enrollment expiry notification, again, we're not going to play with those settings. Groups. Group mode, again, you can have groups in your course. You can have no groups. If you decide to use groups, then you can click the help menu here to read about what the different group options do for your course, and then make a decision whether or not you want to use those. But for the most part, you're probably going to want to leave this set the way it is. Availability, course is available to students, course is not available to students. This is useful if you have to take the course down for a short period of time so that you can make some change, if you have to make major changes or something like that and you don't want the students being in there at that time. And role renaming, you don't really need to play with this at all. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save Changes. And what we should see when we go back out here is we should see the change in the weeks. And you can see right here that these are now numbered with weeks, starting with my course start date. Now, one other thing I wanted to show you in the settings menu, so let me go back in there, is right here, the Force theme. These are all different themes that you can use for your Moodle course. Let me bring that menu back up for you. So let me just choose one. I'm just going to choose, we'll go with the technology one. And we'll click Save Changes. Now watch what happens when we go back out to the course. You're going to see that the whole theme of the course has changed into this. So if you find one that you want to use and you see this, you decide, I really don't want to use that, I really don't like it, just go back into your settings menu. And if you want it back to the default, just go back up here to Do Not Force, or you can pick a different theme right here. So these are all different things that you can do with the settings menu.